Hello everybody, welcome to a new type of video, a review video of Super Games game, also known as Dovetail, a Super Encounter. I will be basing this rating and review on 3 categories: replayability, art direction, and story. Now when I say art direction, I mean the models and graphics themselves, not actual art, because there is a cutscene at the start of the game and you will see that on screen here. Now I will say that I sped that up and you can pause to read what it said or go to Super's video on this gameplay himself, which thank you for that, Super. The cutscene for the most part explains the plot as we play as a character known as Norman, and we have caused many genocides multiple times. Super is now trying to stop that as he has witnessed his buddy, Speechless, or also known brother, killed. So now he's trying to stop you, and that's pretty much the plot of Super Encounter. Now, I would like to make a quick note saying that this is based off Undertale, if you couldn't already tell of that. Anyways, we will be jumping into the gameplay in just a second. The gameplay itself is a simple obby-style gameplay, where you have to dodge projectiles and other stuff. This is obviously based off the battles in Undertale in a more 3D space. If I were to give a rating on difficulty on these, personally, I am a very bad player at this, and also because of pretty terrible ping when I played the game myself, I would give it probably on casual mode a 5 out of 10. I say that because there's only one attack that I really struggled with. Most of the others were pretty simple for the most part. I will say that the attacks are a little more creative than they used to be in some of Super's older games, which I would have experience playing too. So overall in gameplay, it's doing pretty good in that. Can't give a rating just yet, but we need to continue with art direction. Art direction and character design has gotten a little bit better since Thus Believe Speechless, which it was the game made prior to this, which is somewhat of a sequel. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like I thought I heard Super once say that, so. And the battle comes to a screeching halt, as he literally says that. You get the chance to either choose Mercy or to continue to fight Super. If you go Mercy, you get the Mercy ending, one of 4 main endings. Super himself said this wasn't really an ending, but just kind of an alternate way that the game, ends, so it technically is an ending. If you continue the fight, you have to go through the remaining last few attacks, and we'll finally get to the endings. Side note, on casual mode, that's the easiest difficulty, and I played that, and Super said himself this is not meant to be an easy game, so yeah. Before I get to that, I do want to say so far replayability is pretty good as there are multiple endings, and beating the harder difficulties is definitely going to take some time for me. Anyway, finally, let's get to the endings. We're going to start with the first ending, the Mercy ending, where Super, quote-unquote, lets you go. Very quickly, this goes south when you turn around, of course, and I'm just going to let this play out. Yeah, he kills you for being somewhat of a good person. And says, "Hold on, baby!" After that, he says that if you really want me to forgive you, then get out. That's the first ending, but if you continue to fight, you have to go through the rest of the battle. Let's do that. I do want to say the attack that Super is doing in the video right now was the one I had trouble with. All the others were pretty good though. Anyways, now we're here. Super does a fun little special attack portion, which I honestly thought was really fun. So I do want to say at this point, in every single mode, as long as you continue to fight or do in each of the runs before the ending, Super will die before the actual ending occurs. Well, other than in casual where he just dies and the game ends. There's no ending after that. Him dying is the ending. Anyways, let's get to the normal mode ending, when things get interesting. This is Wilson, also known as Afton Trap. He is described to be a very persuasive and manipulative person, while being very cheery around it. So, you tend to trust him. No matter what you choose, either to accept his deal, as he's proposing you with one, no matter what you choose, Wilson will kill you and restart the timeline, and warning you that people will remember. I would say the expert mode ending is probably the most interesting and cryptic one, as we are met with a character that not many people are familiar with, as he is not known to have a name in the gallery. This is obviously the Gaster of this universe, Afton Trap being the, I'm guessing, Flowey? I don't know. Because it can't be Speechless. Speechless is Papyrus, so this guy obviously knows that you're just as demented as Wilson is, and is aware of Wilson's existence. I will say, but not at this moment, I can show you, but there is a little Easter egg in the battle area, in Super Encounters battle, of course, where there's a little plush Super in the corner of one of the corridor thingies. I don't know what you call them, or whatever. Anyways, on to the review itself, or rating, I should say. And also, here's Dust Belief Speechless. You can go see this game in the other games portion, which will be updated once more games are out. I do want to talk about the characters themselves, mainly Afton Trap, but we'll get to him in a second. I want to talk about Speechless and his absence in this game, as this is a game around Super, of course, and we get to see some stuff in the gallery on screen, but Speechless' only quote-unquote appearance is the casual mode icon. Other than that, he's absent because he has already died in this reset, so rest in peace, my boy. Other than the casual mode icon for the game modes, we have normal mode with Super himself, and then expert mode with Afton Trap, which I think is a pretty cool detail. And I definitely like the renders themselves. The art direction is very good in this game. Other than that, I want to talk about the Gaster guy and Wilson for a second. I'm just going to call him the Gaster guy from now on, because he has no confirmed name in the gallery. Anyways, we're aware that the Gaster guy is aware of Wilson, but we're not sure if Wilson is aware of the other. And also here's this Super plush I was talking about on screen. And guys, guess what? I'm winning big with this one. I'm in the credits or gallery. Let's go. Despite all this, I want to give this game its final rating before this gets too long. For replayability, I give this game a 7 out of 10. There are multiple endings to get and little Easter eggs and secrets, and it might take some time to get through the gallery itself, so there's plenty of time to come back for more. Anyways, for art direction, I give this game a 9 out of 10. This has severely gotten way better than any of Super's other projects. The only one really keeping up with this is Dust Belief Speechless. And for story, I give this an 8 out of 10. You weren't expecting a perfect score, weren't you? No, there are flaws, and it's not like it's the perfect writing piece, but I still think it's very solid. It's a very good game overall, so if you round it all together, it's around an 8.5 out of 10 game. I know I said when I played the game 10 out of 10, and it still is, yes, but I'm saying it in a more formal sense, you could say. I still think this is a very good game, and if other projects like this keep on this track and stay this high quality, then I will be there to love it and cherish it. Even if it's bad, I'll still love it. So, to say for Super himself, thank you. Thank you for blessing us with this game and being in this community and in mine, in the representation of Speechless and my object show, ASI3. You should totally go look at that. It's super fun.
Oh my god. Literally, on the day this game came out, somebody played the game and said it's 2 out of 10 because they couldn't beat the game. How about you make a game, make it difficult, then talk? How about you actually try to be a good person, and just because you couldn't beat the game on casual, by the way, which I was able to at like 100 ping, which made everything like twice more difficult. I don't even know what to say. I was genuinely furious when I heard about this. I just had to complain about it. So how about this? How about just get